My name is Artesia Vagerstrader. I've been with the company for coming up on 6 years now, and I work as a partner operations manager in security and quote to cash. I think that giving back to the people around you and the communities around you is just one of the most important things. So the Onondaga Earth Corps is a locally sponsored initiative where they'll take teens and hire them to plant gardens and do beautification projects around the city and around the county. And then Project Sidewalk, it's mainly focused on providing wheelchair users a kind of map, the way that the rest of us have Google Maps, so we can just use that with a car. Then this is about training AI to identify what sidewalks are and aren't passable. So the Onondaga Earth Corps, upstate New York is really big on plants and stuff like that, and this is really about taking, well, people that are interested in making their city a more beautiful place and allowing it to happen. With Project Sidewalk, people think about wheelchair users, and I think a lot of the time they think of, like, is there an elevator somewhere? Is there a ramp? But they don't really think so much about curb cuts. Is the sidewalk, does it have cracks on it? Does it have grass? And so a lot of people that are wheelchair users don't really have the same reliable transportation methods that the rest of us do, because you might think, oh, it's a sidewalk, it's fine, but in reality, is it a quality sidewalk? One of my semester papers was actually about localizing food and how we can incorporate it more into the community, because I think a lot of people go to the grocery store, they buy the food, they take it home, but they don't really think about where it comes from. With Project Sidewalk in October of 2023, I got really sick after getting COVID, and I stopped being able to do physical work, kind of. That was super bummer because I love planting trees. But, I figured there has to be some way that people who only have a computer can give back somehow. So I got really interested in citizen science initiatives and things that you could do from a computer, from a bed, from a mobile phone, anything like that. And I came across Project Sidewalk. The project that I really liked the most with the Food Forest project was we had a planting on the south side. Just people all across the community came together to plant and design this thing that would be a staple and an essential part of their community for years to come. And then with Project Sidewalk, there are different communities that you can look through. And so I believe it started in Seattle, Washington. But since I'm originally from New Jersey, I decided to pick Teaneck, New Jersey. And it was just so fascinating looking around streets that, I've seen those streets before. And then to just look at them with new eyes was just so important. So basically going through Google Maps and just really focusing on the sidewalks and what mistakes or problems there might be. Earth Day it's not a day, it's a way of life. And, it's about acknowledging that the resources that we have are finite, or the ones that we use the most are. Our planet is not disposable. To me, Earth Day is just a day that we really hone in on how we treat the world. The local food forest is it's just the pinnacle of what Earth Day is to me. I mean, as soon as I have my own house, I will be building my own food forest in my backyard. I've learned that we don't put as much focus on sidewalks as perhaps would be optimal. I really have learned that just everybody does benefit from having better sidewalks. I would encourage everybody to get involved with Project Sidewalk specifically, just because it is such an easy and accessible way of helping out, and there's no time commitment. You can do it for 5 minutes, you can do it for 5 hours.